Today is National Fentanyl Awareness Day, aimed to raise awareness and decrease demand for fentanyl. A recent report from the CDC released in 2022 shows that more than 100,000 Americans died of drug overdoses in 2021, with powerful synthetic opioids blamed for 3/4 of them. But is it now the leading cause of death among Americans aged 18 to 45, like many politicians claim? Let's verify. The claim's been popping up all over online, including in this newsletter from Eastern Washington Representative Cathy McMorris Rodgers, which claims that fentanyl is now the leading killer of Americans aged 18 to 45. Our sources to verify this claim are the CDC, the nonprofit Families Against Fentanyl, the Washington Department of Health, and Trooper Seth Green with the Idaho State Police. Let's start with the CDC. According to their 2021 mortality data, the leading cause of death for American adults was unintentional deaths, which includes accidental drug overdoses due to synthetic opioids like fentanyl. The nonprofit Families Against Fentanyl, using 2020 CDC data, reports that fentanyl is the leading cause of death for American adults. When we analyzed the 2020 data, unintentional injuries accounted for slightly more than 78,000 deaths, with drug overdoses accounting for nearly 50,000 deaths. Of those 50,000, 35,000 drug overdoses can be attributed to the use of synthetic narcotics, which includes fentanyl. But here's where it gets tricky. The CDC doesn't track fentanyl deaths specifically. It only categorizes them under synthetic opioids, which could include other drugs too. So let's look at Washington and Idaho. What are you guys seeing in terms of fentanyl in the state of Idaho?
Well, we're seeing a massive increase over the past few years.
Corporal Seth Green with the Idaho State Police says in the Gem State, fentanyl has overtaken car crashes as the leading cause of death for adults in the state.
We have seen it actually eclipse crashes, actually. So we saw 353 ODs, majority of which were fentanyl last year, and then only 265 fatal crashes. So we've seen the numbers between crashes used to be the leading cause of death. Now it's obviously ODs.
It's a similar story in Washington. The chief science officer for the State Department of Health said fentanyl is the leading cause of death among adults, accounting for 765 overdose deaths in 2021, more than car crashes and suicides. So while fentanyl may be the leading cause of death for Americans, the claim needs context. But we can verify, according to our sources, the drug is the leading cause of death for adults in Idaho and Washington. So there is no simple solution to this issue, but our experts say parents need to talk to their kids about the dangers of fentanyl. Know who they're hanging out with, know what they're doing online, be involved. They say that will go a long way in preventing even more tragedies from happening. Finally, if you have a story you'd like us to verify, send them our way at verify@krem.com.